Welcome to Gobbotown's introductory video to AEON2, a 28mm, 15mm sci-fi game. Right now we have a kind of a 28mm board set up, and you can see that we've got some Marines down on this end, which we will call Paladins, and the other side has Worm, which are basically AT-43 Therians, and they are going to be considered the Worm, or the bad guys of this adventure. But right in the middle of the board, we have a dice. George, tell us what that dice does.
This is the turn dice. It's let everybody know what turn it is, and it is a nice, friendly reminder and marker for everyone to keep track of.
All right, so games, turns, it goes up to what turn are we looking at for end of the game?
The game can end at any time after the third, fourth, or fifth turn.
So randomly. So
pretty much randomly.
Kinda, you have to get done what you need done before the game ends.
You can win it at 3, or you can lose it at 3.
Okay, that does make it a little bit fog of war,
yes,
right?
You never know what's going to happen.
I see you got 2 dice in your hand. What are those going to be representing?
One is, we've allocated 1 for each side, Paladins, Worm, and we're going to roll for initiative.
All right, so I'll take a Paladins.
Paladins. Each side will roll to see who is team captain. The high roll wins. Apparently, Paladins are the team captain. They will he will call out all the phases, and he will break all ties if they're dice with the same phase.
Okay, so you say dice with phases. So let's go over to, I see you have more dice in your hand, and you got some white dice here, and I guess you're going to be rolling those for the Paladins?
For the Paladins, no.
We have 2 units of Paladins and 2 dice. Does that mean something?
Each unit gets a dice. This is the one that determines their position in the phase.
So you're rolling 1 at a time or all of them?
1 at a time per unit.
Oh, okay. So this red unit here.
They rolled a 2.
All right. So put that over by the commander I noticed you're doing. And what about these Space Wolf guys down here?
You rolled a 5.
All right. So these Paladins wearing wolf fur. No offense, PETA. Got a 5. And I guess we're going to go down here and check out the Worm.
Worm roll. Now,
I see you have 3 dice in your hand for Worm.
Now you can roll any unit you want, in any particular order. Just
so you don't have to start down there. No. You can start
each
down
unit
here
gets a dice, so it doesn't matter. If you got your own superstitious way of doing it, you can.
All right, so the superstitious Worm, go and get a 4.
I'm always a left or right kind of guy.
All right.
And then a 5.
5.
And then the unit with the queen gets a 3.
3. Okay, but you said something earlier that queens do something. What are you talking about?
Well, the queen and most leaders, they are allowed to change their initiative up 1 or down 1, depending on what they want. In this particular case, looking at this, I would probably go up 1 to make it a 4.
So you're trying to increase the speed of that unit.
Improve its order in the the turn.
But back to looking here, the Paladins win ties. So with the queen having a 4 or 5, can the Paladins do the same thing?
Yes, the Paladin, he could change this to a 3.
Okay.
Or he could even change it to a 1 if he wants to go last to react to anything they may have done.
Okay, so 1 it is, or just...
Let's keep that one at 2. This one's a 5. This would, for me, I would change this to a 6. Oh, okay. Just so I could go first and maybe gain some tactical advantage. But who knows the way this is played.
Oh, well, if I'm going to do the Paladins, let's go to 5. And you just said the Queen has a 4, right?
Correct.
All right, so what I want to do is go, instead of a 5 to a 6, my tactics, I want to go down to a 4. And if you said I call ties, I would like that queen unit probably to go first.
That could give you an advantage there, too.
All right.
It just depends on how it all rolls out.
There's the initiative system for you, all done. I guess we're ready to move on to the movement system and commands. So check out our next video with moving with command dice in AEON2. Say bye, George.
Goodbye, George.